Hey guys.
So we're going to be posting Mondays, Thursdays, and
Sundays. Many different topics.
All right.
Hi.
Hi. First video together. It took a while to get him here.
I'm here.
He's very busy. Talk a little bit about ourselves and why we're doing this channel and what we hope that it shows.
To connect to other people who may have shared some wild times and unpredicted moments. Sometimes we can all just relate on the simplest thing.
We're gonna start there.
Yes. Where should we start?
So let's just start.
When we met?
Yeah.
At the drag brunch?
Do you want to say your part and then I'll say my part?
I
tell your
was
story.
at a Sunday fun day drag brunch with my group of friends, probably a group of 10, and we were celebrating two people's birthdays. And so it was a fun group, lots of drinking, drag queens, yummy food, and
What was that place called?
Bueno'S.
It was so cute.
And I was having a great time. And at some point, Coco and his mom, Tracy, walked into the restaurant without a reservation, and there was nowhere to sit other than the two spaces that we had at our table. And I'm not sure who came over, but I think Tracy came over and asked somebody at our table, like, if those seats were taken. They weren't, and so they joined us. And so I met Coco, his mom, all my best friends, and yeah, we talked. I thought he was cute.
It was super brief. Like we more like saw each other and like we're kind of like staring and talking. We were speaking with our eyes. There wasn't really a lot of like dialogue. But so what happened was I was at my apartment, my mom and I, and she was always just like super spontaneous. So she said, let's get ready and let's go to that drag place. I took her there before, but it had been a long time. So we got ready. I said, we're probably not going to get a seat. We'll probably have to stand. She was like, oh, it's fine. Like, we'll figure it out. So then we get there, no seats, except at his table. And there was 2 chairs at the end. So then we sat down and I think it's actually Billy or Keithan. My mom was like, can we sit with you guys? And they were like, yeah. And it just, I don't know, it just kind of instant. Like we sat down and it was like we just were kind of like absorbed into their friend group. Like it was, not forced at all. It wasn't uncomfortable. Like we honestly thought we were just going to sit there and just kind of, do our thing while they're doing their thing. But they all started talking to us, and then my mom is just, she's super friendly, so she kind of broke the ice. And yeah, and then
like, I think before you left, your mom said you should.
No, it wasn't before. It was, so after like we said kind of bye to everyone, we hugged. My mom was like, we walked outside, and she was like, you really need to be friends with those people. There's, just in life, you don't meet a group of people that like instantly you feel like they're taking care of each other and that they all have each other's back. And, when you find that, you should, keep that or make that a part of your life. So then I think like a year passed and, Billy had invited me to like a bunch of like random like parties and get-togethers, and I just busy doing what I was doing. And then Folsom.
You're hella busy because it took you didn't come out until a year later.
Yeah, literally. I think it was over a year. And so then we met again at Billy's house. And
Folsom weekend.
Yeah. And it yeah, it was interesting. It was me and my friend Martin, and we just were like, oh, let's go. And we went to Folsom. It was kind of like an after thing in the afternoon, and he was there.
I went to Folsom.
Yes.
I had a great time.
Very.
And then
Very
at
great
the end
time.
of my day,
Yeah, you did all the
I
things,
was
right?
tired.
No, I
And
mean,
I stopped by Billy's, and then on my way home, and then you were there.
mm-hmm. And he was like laid out, like, you know, living his own life. And so then that night, I think he got my number from Billy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he texted me the next day and invited me to Mezzanine to a party. So then I went.
Yes.
Am I missing anything?
No, you didn't come to the party.
No. Like, we went to Simon's,
Right. I was late.
like 45 minutes.
And then we went to this
When he
party.
was 6 blocks away from the house.
I remember your little change bag that you had.
Oh my gosh.
Super cute. I put it on my Instagram.
Oh my god, let's see if we have it. Comments. Boo! Did I have it?
Oh, no way.
Would you like to show?
Oh yeah, queen of fucking everything. Ta-da!
That was the bag.
This was your bag for a while. You always had this.
Yeah, I went through a phase where it was like we had like clutch type situations, right?
Clutchy, make clutchers say.
And I liked it too because like, you know, when you put money in it, it doesn't like bend up, and I hate that. You know, like in the wallet now, it's like it's all like wadded up. You don't even know what you have.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
a night of flirting. Energy was.
He took off his shirt.
Flowing. Took off my shirt. And
and it was like
disappeared.
it was like nipples out, like, and I was like getting hot, so I was like, okay, I gotta go.
Which means he ghosted.
Yeah.
And then I texted you the next day. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up? It's me. Where'd you go? What happened?
Yep. Yeah, and then it was. I honestly think from that moment on, I think we spent almost every day together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it.
Just friends in the beginning.
Yes. And then it just slowly comments. Something happens, and you just feel like it's right, really forced, and it was just kind of so organic. You know, I'm not gonna say light because that's not the word, but it's more like because it was heavy, especially like towards the end when we were like, oh shit, like we really do like each other a lot.
So once you were single,
So once I was single,
we moved forward.
it was a very so it was like a very.
And it's made all my dreams come true.
I don't want to say it was like oh, here he goes. That was a little sarcastic.
No,
A little bit. Don't see that smile right there. But yeah. What else? What happened? What were we just saying before you said I made your dreams come true?
That we were friends.
Oh yeah, and then. Yeah, and then it just like, I was gonna say, like, we pretty much U-Haul. Within like a couple months of us being together, we're like, okay, well, let's live together. It's either gonna work or it's not. You know, so let's figure this out. In my opinion, there's no better way to be around each other and really see what we're about, you know? Because it's either gonna succeed or not. Like, I have a really strong personality, and so does he. Even though certain people will be like, oh, Johnny's so nice all the time. He's so sweet. But he's a very
deep person.
Yes, layered.
Hella layered.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, our relationship. Here we are today, 3 years later.
Yeah.
And a lot has happened in the last 3 years. In the last year.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years.
And it's
in the last 6 months.
A lot of literally the whole time. I mean, yes, you know, things have happened the last year that were really intense, but I feel like our whole relationship has been so intense the whole way through. Like, it hasn't just been like, and when I say intense, I don't, mean that in any negative way. I just mean it's been very, like, passionate, eventful.
Eventful.
Right?
Yes.
And, it's, when we first started dating, we had no idea, well, we did, but, like, when we first met, I should say, we didn't have any idea that we both, like, did hair.
Yeah.
And literally a block away from each other. For
many years.
For like 8 years.
Yeah.
We literally worked in the same kind of 3-block radius but never saw each other.
You're the first hairdresser I've ever dated.
And that was interesting as well. Right? Because it's like and he does color and I do cut. It's a very...
Team up, partnership,
and that too,
work
like,
life.
That was gonna like fail or not. Like, it was gonna drive us away from each other or closer together, and we took that chance too and started working together.
Not everyone
in the same
can
salon,
work
right
together
next to each other,
full time, live together full time,
and stare at each other full time.
Constantly,
all the time,
and start a family. And
well, we can't jump that far ahead.
Yeah,
we had to wait for that. And it's our space together and our, it went from like, we were like dating but living together. Like, it was a full on like, we were like absorbed each other's lives and just,
we would stay up talking till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, for like
on a regular basis.
That was like months. We would just like, and what would we do? I mean, like, talking about
just constantly talking.
Yeah, and if anyone knows me, I can talk forever, right? I mean, sometimes at work, I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm just like going,
You just go.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, then you moved in, and it just, I think
How was that for you? Like, what did you think? Like, when you were like, okay, this fool is moving in here. Like, what went on in your head?
I think I was just thinking that I hadn't lived with a partner in a long time, and...
How long?
Probably like 5 years or 6 years. And I was so excited to share my life with somebody, so I was really excited. But all the little nervousness or insecurities of like bringing someone into space and sharing it, and you're getting ready routine, or going to bed, or just sorting through so much of our clothes and organizing our things. And at the same, and this place has never looked so good. It looks amazing. And our friends and family tell us that all the time. So I think just I was making it real, you moving in. So it was just like, I was nervous, but it's always felt calm since we've been together.
Calm?
Calm.
Like, calm in the space?
Like, we're calm. Like, I feel like we're calm together. Like, there's...
For sure. That's true, like, when
people... I feel like there was a lot for me to figure out about you moving in. Like, we're really good at respecting each other's space, getting ready, we get ready different. We can totally do everything we do every day together, all day together, and we just move around each other. Pretty slick. Smoothly. Yeah. So cute. The dogs, Lana, Boots, and Jax. Coco adopted them, so he's a proud father of a toy poodle named Jax. Lana, the Chihuahua. And Boots,
Lana.
a rat terrier Chihuahua.
She's being right over there.
Jax is in dire need of his groomer.
Yeah, next time you see him, he'll look a little bit more presentable.
This is natural Jax.
He's very,
This is a needed bath Jax.
Jicky. Our energy together is very calm, like, people ask us, like, do you guys, like, fight, or do you guys, and I'm like, yeah, like, totally, we get into it, but I think one of the great things about us is we just don't let it keep building. Or if I have something, I can only speak for myself. If I have something to say, I'm gonna say it, and that's he sometimes likes that.
I'm not better. I can be quieter or in my head more, and instead of communicating to the other person so that it gets fixed faster. So he is good at trying to get it out rather than letting it fester in his head. So
he's a Scorpio.
I think that's kind of where we can not clash, but where it's like, oh, like I'm this way, he's that way. So it's like if we have a disagreement, it's like you're like, what's wrong? And I'm just more like, leave me alone. But it's like then you're like, well, we need to talk about it, and then and then it's true. Like we do need to talk about it, and things are better and resolved when we do just talk about it. Like, you can't go to bed fighting, and there's really no reason for a disagreement to go on for hours. But I may be that person to allow them to go on for hours if I didn't have Coco.
Situations do happen. We can get past them because we know how to, I may annoy him because I'll, press until we talk about it. But then also he sometimes, like, I can be that way about certain things, and, he'll ask, and, he's not as, maybe aggressive as I am, but he asks in a way that makes me open up, which is, I think, what I need. A lot of things in our relationship, we first start relationships, normally you talk about negative things about that you think about yourself, or things like that. We didn't really do that. We just jumped right in. And
to our relationship.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about, okay, well, this irritates me.
Right.
And even if I think about it now, I can't really think of anything that's super annoying that he does. Is there anything you can think of that annoys you with me? Just living with me from the beginning until now.
I think that you could wake up and
oh yeah,
be talking in my element, just talking, or
and literally
it's not annoying. I'm just not awake. I'm just I may just not have anything to really say. I need
I don't know.
steps. I need the coffee. I need
you need to sit down. You need
I need to splash some water on my face. I need we have to wake up, and we'll talk about that, the next thing later. But and I think that you have these bursts of energy that I don't have. So sometimes when those are happening, I'm listening, but sometimes you might just be going.
In the mornings I can talk to him. We were walking down the street, and I don't know, I'm just that person that is, either dancing or acting a fool or touching his nipples, which I always, I'm always touching his nipples. And, he's not awake, and I'm just ah! And he's that smile. And,
Subscribe, thumbs up, hit the button.
Comments. What else?
Well, I'm dying to know what everyone has planned for Halloween.
Ooh.
And what you like most about the fall season coming up.
Or any opinions you have on any of our videos. Just
I'm excited to wear my winter coats.
What else?
How?
See, he's not laughing now.